Welcome to the Will Is Podcast once again. You know, I'm getting used to this. I'm starting to like it more and more. It's becoming intimate. Let me explain something to you, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to a passion project, something you feel like you just meant to do, you just take a deep dive. You take a deep dive into an abyss, a conquest, a journey. And I hope y'all have enjoyed this journey with me. It's been tough. I've had to work some things out. You know, I have to work a lot of things out. It's been fruitful. It's been just from the experience alone, just the trials and tribulations and the people that have helped me. I love to get a shout out to like everybody that when the Will Is podcast was about to take off, they knew it was coming. They knew that motherfucker was about to take off because they know I mean what I say. They knew that. And thank y'all, because y'all are my number ones. And everybody from the day one, you my number one. Like my ginger ale shit. Let me tell you something about what this episode is going to be about. It's going to be about relationships. Yeah. Being 44 years old in August, I'll be 45. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something, man. If y'all caught my last few shows, I've been talking some shit, man, about stress and shit. So you just can't let that shit get the best of you. But I'm gonna tell you how stress get the best of people. I'm gonna tell you specifically. It's called bad fucking relationships. They're and how about it's your fault? I mean, every relationship that you're in is predicated upon you and your your output, into the world is what you get back. For real though. Like, so the relationships that you have, whether you're married, whether every external relationship that's outside of your family, your specifics between your mother, your father, your siblings, and your cousins, and those type of people. But that's a whole nother. We're gonna segue into that a little later. But I'm talking about your internal will dictates every single solitary relationship that you have ever had in your life. That's extremely piercing to some. Like, damn, for real? Like, oh, wait a fucking minute. You mean to tell me everything that I did in my life was predicated upon who I surrounded myself with? Who you fuck with, who don't fuck with you, and who you don't fuck with at all. Like, if you think about that, man, you can't put even a race on that shit. You why? How? When every race on the planet, whether you wanted help or not, somebody of another race offered your ass help. You could have been so just disgusted with the fact of even wanting help from a person that offered you help. Like, ain't that a fucking conundrum? There's people in the world like that, sadly to say, but there is. And look at the times we're in today. Oh shit. I mean, come on. I call these times pivotal. A lot of people say it's desperation. They're not wrong if they're talking from their perspective. I will never take away from a person's experiences. That's cruel, wrong, and mean, but I mean, what if I had the mindset of people that did that to my particular ancestors? But we're not going to, that's too sour to talk about right now. We already know that. We didn't spend too much time on that. We got to spend some time in the present. Now, let's spend time in the now. Yeah, let's get down like that for real though. So, uh, I kind of want to make this show something you can listen to in your car, audio, something like that. Give this a test run. We ain't sharing no books or nothing. We gonna vibe and ride. Shit. I mean, that's how this gonna go. So I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I mean, shit. I can run my goddamn mouth. So let's go. Let's take a stroll. Anyway, uh, we got people that drive semis, so I got to keep my voice up. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep people in tune. Got people telling me that I'm doing a pretty fucking good job just being myself, and I like that shit too. I don't like having to stretch and be beyond and try to be something that ain't fitting. So me sitting in my own outfit is very fitting. You dig? So let's take this stroll. You dig? Okay, all right. That's what we talking about. Oh yeah, we know what it is. Relationships. Okay. How important are they? They are the orchestrators of your moves in life. If you're a liar, they will expose the fact that lies have no roots. If you are a person that is needy, you will get told that time and time again. It's up to you to realize that. If you're told you are what have you have to look internally and dissect that and say how clear is that? How fitting is that for me? Is that my suit? Is that the suit that I'm wearing today? Is that the outfit? Damn, that shit is. Whoo! They told me some cognitive dissonance. Wow. See, relationships are the past, present, and the future. You know what I'm saying? Past, present. The present is relatable. It's like that motherfucker is on a, it's on a motherfucking, it's on a vibe of timeline with your ass. You understand the goddamn present. We in the present now. You dig? But see, the future should always be a focal point. Because if you look at the construct of the world today, you look at a whole lot of people that don't understand vision. And a lot of people don't think that's comical. And it's not. Mind you, that it's not comical. It's interesting. It is extremely interesting because you looking at people that's supposed to say they make the decisions of the world and they want a relationship with us. You know? But what are relationships if they're not, if there's no proper exchange? There's a saying, in the Black American community that with the Democratic Party, we combine forces with, you know, one ship lift all boats. That shit ain't been true for us fucking never. Ever. Let's just be clear. You know it too. So I don't feel like beating around the bush because we talking about relationships. Relationships are very important when it deals with understanding how to respect one another, how to really have a proper exchange. See, nothing is really good for nobody when they feel like their cover's blown. I hear a lot of people talking about there ain't no such thing as an American Indian. Man, look on my goddamn TikTok, my Instagram. You're looking at one, huh? I ain't no red man, but I can wear this shirt and show copper. I can show who I am, but I like the color on me. it's fitting. You see, it's fitting. It's fitting. It's fitting. Okay. So you don't even have to stop getting into the realm of figuring out how to be deceptive. Stop getting to realms and feeling like you got to be a champion of the Decepticons. Oh, everybody cover blown right now, man. You should be more of yourself. You know, being myself forced me to, you know, get on air. I've seen a lot of people that I admire and I like, respect to everybody that stepped out there before me, but I'm so grateful that the people that I pay attention to and the people that I admire, that they set great examples, very good examples. And I'm appreciative of your content as well. Like, I'm not here on. I'm not on an island. I'm not trying to be on an island. I'm not trying to be out here by myself. But at the end of the day, I have the skill set to stand firm on everything I put out this motherfucker, man. Because I don't have to give a fuck about what nobody say about me. If you think that I'm against you, then I mean that's. Again, if you watching my show, you know I'm telling you that's your perception. I'm telling you that's just how the fuck you feel. I don't have to give a fuck how you feel either. I don't. If we gonna fuck with each other, let's do that for real. But if we not, let's keep it what the fuck it is. I'm grassroots anyway. Uh, Fuck it. This is what it is. Like, I think people respect that more anyway because I've been grinding. I've been showing a whole great deal of humility and showing you that hey, if I like your shit, I'm liking your shit. If I don't, I'll skip over your shit too. If you don't like my shit, do the same. Okay. Anyway, let's keep moving forward with relationships. That's what relationships are. Relationships are reciprocal. It's something that we are able to vibe and respect each other. That doesn't mean cutting deals and giving free shit. No, it's respecting to the highest order. Paying the fair price. If people respect their shit, it costs $120. That's what it costs. Give them $125. $120 in the tip. Show them that you believe in them. Don't give them a reason to look at you like, God damn, just because it's a black business don't mean it ain't quality. You look how much shit Walmart put on their shelves, Target put on their shelves, and a lot of people put on their shelves. But you can't buy from if they got a Amazon store, even if they got a goddamn pull-up show, a boutique, a goddamn pop-up shop, purchase from them because them people know people like quality and they want their shit to last. Relationships, remember? Relationships. Damn. These are very simple mathematical tools that work in society that add up. It's called respect, ladies and gentlemen. You can never have a relationship with someone if you expect them to play your fool. That don't add up, because at one time or one specific time and day of it, you lie to people. You don't stand on any morals and ethics. I just got to get you bought in and sold in. I showed y'all tangible shit from the time I came out. It's called information. Some of the most valuable books that I've shown you are, I promise you, if you go look at my shows and you look at all that equity I put into this show already, those authors are gonna find this show one day and they're gonna say one thing: thank you. And I'm gonna say, shit, thank you, because you know what? That's what you call built-in equity. And reading them is sweat equity. It's intellectual equity. It's internal superiority for yourself, not for others, but for you. You have to understand how you are constructed, and it takes the fact that we are selfless beings that are willing to give information out and to celebrate being an intellectual. You have to share. That's what it's all about. That's why I got off my hands. I started building a better mindset to do this. I got all these superpowers, and there's a need. There's a need for constructive criticism. There's a need for constructive criticism, but it has to be healthy. It has to be. There has to be a path forward behind constructive criticism. Most people want to browbeat people, beat them down, tell them how ain't shit they is all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do that. But you be like, damn man, what the fuck? Well, that ain't fucking helping me kick, thinking you can just kick my ass. That's not okay. You know, kicking my ass don't do nothing for me and you. Give me a solution. Well, the solution is, ladies and gentlemen, always having respect for yourself. And when you meet someone, and you know they are of good character and they have a good moral, ethical, fundamental base. Some people think good-natured, good-hearted people that try to see the good and lovingness in other people. They want to look at them people as fuck. How? That's so weak and minute and dumb in the brain, because it's like, damn, how did you think that person got to that specific place of peace and tranquility, and they have means? You think you're the first twerp or little bitch ass motherfucker that done tried them? That's unintelligent within itself. That's like a person that go to work every day and say, let me see how less I can do to get off work and get a check. Yeah, that's what I want to do today. Motherfucker, the more time you spend in trying to cheat, you can spend time being creative. You can spend time being productive, positive, being a champion of the people around you that support you as well, being reliable so that you can be relied upon. Exchanges in relationships are always gives and takes and ebbs and flows. But you know, you got married people. Man, I mean, shit, man. You know, people are roommates. They ain't even married. They motherfucking roommates. They don't. They are in the whole situation to figure out what the fuck they can get and give less as possible. Uh, if I could just get through this shit, if I could find something else, you a low life motherfucker. Like, wow, I don't understand. I've seen people really just go into these specific webs of, I told you, meat culture. Uh, there are a lot of masculine women, and these masculine women want to get married to, and they mind masculine men. Wow, those equations don't have a parallel. They don't add up. You can't be walking around here, you know, throwing your wealth around and, you know, acting as if, you know, a man ain't a man. We don't give a fuck about no goddamn money. man, for real. Like you think about a real man, manipulative men use money to uh, get pussy and manipulate broke bitches, and even women with means if your stroke long and good, but yeah, but if you that kind of guy that you thrive on your relationships with manipulation, paper, meaning you be dangling paper because you ain't got no dangler. You ain't got no diggler on you. You probably a diddler, what have you. Mind you, man, like when you a thorough man, you don't have to be a you do not have to manipulate situations. You don't really have to lie to women. You can really women want you to do is tell the truth to them. If you fucking with multiple women, you should tell them. You should always ask questions about what kind of people they like. If I wouldn't deal with some women because I felt like they dealt with a man that dealt with other men. I don't want to go in places that has happened. So I was very cautious. Sexual Sexuality is exchanging energy, uh, bodily fluids, and forces. Uh, I am so happy I learned a lot in my quest for, you know, trying to understand things like biology and anatomy. And when you're on a spiritual quest, it takes you on those journeys and not just giving you some fugazi of shit that's out of a scripture. It gives you a path because you want to learn specifically how things actually function. And you can get that, from books, medical books. Like I said, this is not a fucking book show, but we will get to these equations. I just want to talk to you, man. I'm trying to level with you because shit's serious today. You got all these little young folks having all of this goddamn little nasty sex, and you got the Dracos of the world talking about truffle butter and shit, and and you got BBLs, and a lot of them girls they having them foreign objects in your body can possibly get you the fuck up out of here like that. That's a foreign object. If you want a nice ass, go to the gym. Stop eating so fucking much. Stop being a fucking glutton. Like, seriously. I mean, people have thyroid problems. They eat too much sugar. See, those are those underlining uh, bad habits that you have because, let's be honest, I said this show was about relationships. I didn't say it was just about relationships with other people. How about the relationship with your goddamn self? How do you treat yourself? Most people treat themselves extremely healthy. They don't eat right. They call themselves eating to their likeness. And they look like it too. Because literally you are what you eat. Your relationship with yourself is fucking terrible. It's bad. You eat comfort food. Your relationship with food is fucking terrible, and that relationship with yourself is even worse. Sugar is the devil. But you like sweet shit. Most motherfuckers love sugar in every fucking thing. And I mean, it's perplexed because all it does is make you feel bad, but the more you eat it, it makes you feel good. It's very perplexed. If you're a healthy body, let me tell you something. You drink a smoothie that you make yourself. Add some good elements to it. Well, that's another show too. But I'm showing you where I'm going because I think a lot of us feel terrible is because we want to. It takes growth. It takes a better relationship with yourself personally. How do you wake up in the morning? Do you wake up in the morning wanting sugar and coffee and that's fine? Have you? I can tell you specifically how I wake up in the morning. drinking a warm cup of water, and my breakfast is no meat before noon. I drink a smoothie that I make myself. It consists of my wife, again, she makes sea moss. Uh, it got peanut butter in it. It got oatmeal in it. It has avocado, frozen, the frozen fruits. But when you blend it up and you chemically change it, you have a new substance. It's called Live Body Health. It's the best version I can come up with because of the fact of what's in it and how much it's going to give you. And people gonna say, "Why you want?" You got to only use. You can only use frozen fruit. Okay, jeez, how you gonna get it down? Other than that, if it's real fruit, it's mush. Don't nobody want that shit. But it's delicious, and you can sustain for a good 4 to 5 hours on it, and then you can eat a nice little lunch, a sandwich. But what I'm trying to explain to you is the relationship with yourself is the most important relationship that you would ever have in your fucking life. If you can't have a healthy relationship with you and look in the mirror and like who you see, good luck. But it'll never work. We can go into the different elements of the type of relationships that are built on, and most of them are built on trauma, tragedy, and by chance. I, me personally, I met my wife in a club in Atlanta. We was out having a good time, and a lot of the elements that we even bestowed upon each other, like we danced to 50 Cent, have a baby by me, baby, be a millionaire. I was saying be at 1,000 there 'cause she was so goddamn pretty. I was like, oh my god, I like her. Oh, yes, yeah. I still love her. Still I love her. Yeah, I do. Yeah, man. So, uh, me and my wife still in love. So I'm certified to give relationship advice because I know how men are mostly trying to figure it out, and I know women are mostly disappointed because y'all both lie to each other. You're dressed up. You're basically dressed up garbage cans, trying to be the best version of yourselves and the best representative. So now you don't even have to fucking dress up no more. You just say, "Well, I ain't shitting. Are you? I ain't shitty delivered. Let's just fucking ain't be. Let's just not be shit together." And you gonna have a fucking baby. That's uh fuck. Y'all gonna hate each other in 3 months. She gonna be a hateful bitch, and she gonna hate you, and y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Y'all gotta really clean up your behavior, young people, and older motherfuckers too. You niggas are incredible, boy. Y'all will talk more shit about, you know, how these young fucking better for real. Like you are just as terrible. When are you gonna grow up too? I'm sorry, I'm ranting again. Look, it's okay. Shit. It's okay with rebuilding the relationship within first. It's quite all right. I mean, it's totally necessary, but it's common sense too, right? But motherfuckers want to build a relationship with the world and not know how to fix the internal discrepancies within. See, it ain't about being perfect and shit, man. It's about accepting, being accountable, being relatable. Shit, being able to say, "Goddamn, motherfucker, I know what you're talking about. Goddamn, I hear you." Shit, man. It's sometimes it's a sounding board, but at the end of the day, complaining ain't worth a fuck. You always gotta have a resolution, a solution, a way forward, a path always forward. Because if you don't have that, what the fuck do you have? Where is that to go but forward? Nowhere. You leave everybody in your periphery when you are focusing on you. Like I told you, man, that shit ain't narcissistic. It's not a hell no. That's self-care at its finest. That's being secure. Those are your steps being completely ordered. It's paying attention. You know, they say women are the only ones with the woman's intuition. No, fuck, everybody got intuition. You gotta listen. Knowing how to navigate your feelings, your emotions, your internal perspectives, rearranging them. So you gotta understand, like we in real time right now, right? Like everything I can say, I can keep hitting that bitch, keep going. But dig this shit, right? For real, this some shit you need to pay for. You should pay for this shit. Let me tell you something. Living in the existence of right now, when you go forward, you always gotta say, oh, what I say, what I do, how I do that. Oh, okay. Fuck it then. I did it then. So, because when I reflect on it, see, everything that you did in the future will still have a reflection. It's the 80-20-20-80 sort of situations with relationships. It's that motherfucker with yourself. You dig? It's the same shit. Oh shit. Oh goddamn. Dig this. Like what I'm really explaining is you can't just say motherfuckers don't tell you to lax. Lax. What you mean? Laxative? Motherfucker, what? Lax? They say relax. So you go, oh shit, man, let me relax. Let me relax. They don't say lease, they say release. If you say lease, I'm not leasing my motherfucking house, nigga. You crazy? So that causes stress. Lax, laxative, lease. Lease on who? Relax, release, relate. Late? What the fuck you mean I'm late? Oh my god, I'm not late. Fuck you. Bitch. I said, let's relate. Okay? Most people need to settle the fuck down and understand what the fuck is going on in real time. Y'all thought I forgot about talking about these goddamn stupid ass Democrats and Republicans? Hey man, they just telling on each other like children. Ain't nobody in that motherfucker more than about 19 and they old as fuck. You give money up. You sell bitches, you suck dick. You sell children. You let criminals in the country and don't give a fuck. And that's how the children get sold, bitch. There's so much fentanyl. Americans dying. What are they gonna do? Look, man, I'm a realist. I feel bad for people losing their jobs for no fucking reason, man. I do. I feel for any American that had a part to play in just trying to live and be a good steward for America. But you know, it's some dirty shit that exists in parallels. You can't talk one dirty shit about Republicans that you can't talk about the fucking Democrats. And that's just the facts. Y'all want to play sides and equations. Well, first of all, I guess you wouldn't know shit anyway if you don't even know who the hell you are. If you don't understand where you fall into these equations for real, you don't have a clue. You should always know what benefits you and how you want your world to run. That's why I present you with so much information to formulate that new will within. That new identity. Man, I ain't gonna browbeat y'all over shit that you can Everything starts with the relationship with yourself. Build better character. Start telling yourself the truth. Stop practicing so much goddamn cognitive dissonance. Dr. Joy DeGruy, this is not a book review, but I'm gonna tell you. Dr. Joy DeGruy wrote a book about post-traumatic slavery disorder. And it's a lot of people walk around with that because, it's like the black uh post-traumatic slavery disorder is like bed wenching, goddamn Stockholm syndrome, uh and internal fear of elastic measures called Willie Lynchism. And that shit just keep existing in your blood and you don't know how to rid yourself of that shit. And that's fucking sad. Because then you start trying to tell black folks that there ain't no way you could ever be successful with the fuck. Never. That's fuck me, man. I ain't never seen a crab in a barrel mentality with these goddamn people in my fucking life. Everything is fucking terrible. Man, black Americans are built for the most awful worst conditions that humans have ever had existed. I mean, what do you think Hitler learned from? He learned from America, but y'all wasn't here then. That was in the motherfucking 1800s, 1910s, 20s, Reconstruction, and all of the burning of the black towns and all that. You think we ain't you think we finna relive that shit? See, the only people that relive history is the people that don't know history. That's an individual problem in America. When you know yourself, you have the best goddamn tools to fight. When you know history, you got the best goddamn tools to fight. And guess what? like they used to tell us when we grow up. Hey man, y'all got to be the best motherfuckers in the world. You got to be more learned. You got to be more understood. You got to be more gracious. You have to be more aware. Because everything you do is on a stage. Dig me. That's it for tonight, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this show. I loved it. Look it up. Leave your comments, like, and subscribe. This is the relationship show with your goddamn self. Learn how to have a good relationship with you. Therefore, your relationship will improve with other people as well. I'm telling you, being a better you pays off. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wheel Is Podcast. And again, remember, the wheel is yours.